the problems at the border. I am interested in your takes, considering the fact that for 3 of the 4 years that President Biden was was in office, there was no problem at the border. There's no problem at the border, and it was all nothing's wrong. President Biden himself said that he wanted to see a surge at the border when he was running. The surge came. There were massive negative consequences for the population, and now we have a significant increase in crime, and you have cities that are dealing with the economic burdens.
In human trafficking
that's happened because of it. And then for the past year, the Biden administration has admitted, or the last year of the administration, they admitted that there was problems. I'd like to hear your take on that. I'm interested in what your opinion is.
Yeah. So I don't want to trigger you and bring up Trump again, but let's start with my criticism of Democrats, but then let me talk about why Republicans aren't any better on this issue. But first,
well, no, but that's not where I'm not asking you why a Republican's better. I'm asking you to talk about your Democrats.
It is
you can talk about the Democrats
because they are linked, because Biden's inaction was in part prompted by the fact that Republicans refused to do anything congressionally, which Biden thought a systemic approach was better.
It's not true.
I'll show you exactly. Hold on. Let me just say this. In 2019,
if you're going to ask me a question like, give me your take on immigration,
I would like your take, Lisa.
All right, let him go.
So, Biden, Harris, at the beginning, made a lot of bad calls. They waited too long to address it comprehensively. Now, they did introduce an immigration reform thing right when they came in. Republicans said we don't want to engage at all. That could have been a chance to do something. They did propose the border security bill. Trump encouraged Republicans to shoot down. So there's these cases of why Republicans shouldn't.
You know why the Republicans?
I know why y'all think it is, but that's wrong. It's not because a bunch of people were let into the country.
That's not why.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, because it would have allowed for people to that were.
Sorry, go. Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just debate this a lot. Sorry, go.
So it would have allowed for 5,000 up to 5,000 people to be let in, and it would have allowed been a naturalization bill. It would have allowed the people that were here to stay.
So, no, the 5,000 point I've dealt with so much because it's not that. It was that right now encounters with the people that you're arresting, if there are 5,000 encounters per day, that doesn't do anything in terms of enhancing presidential powers. What this bill proposed was not that you're letting them go, but instead that the 5,000 triggers new power that Trump never had, that Obama never had, that Biden never had, that allows you to restrict the asylum process. Because right now under U.S. law, Trump and Biden, same, you have to hear asylum claims very expansively. This would restrict that once the encounters get out of control, which is very different than just letting a bunch of people
5,000 people right up until.
Did you hear what I said? But they're still getting arrested.
Yes.
Okay.
They're still getting arrested.
Then,
they weren't being held. They were being allowed
then,
in the country.
And as a thing, I put it in the doc.
Problem, right?
I put it in the doc.
I'll pull it up.
But let's do the comparison later because I know that'll immediately prompt more responses than just. I do think Biden Harris that hurt them a lot, that issue, but politically it didn't spike crime. Crime has been plummeting under them. But I do think as an issue, they were afraid of the really, which a lot of beautiful people doing this work, the immigrant advocates. They were afraid that they would look too much like Trump's inhumane policies, which he went too far in the inhumane direction.
Like kids in cages. That was actually fake photos from under Obama.
The cages weren't
that
used for separating. The cages weren't for separating children like Trump was doing. But yes, those.
Well, when you get arrested, you don't.
Obama.
Parents don't get.
And yes,
when you get arrested,
that's not how we did before. I think that's
inhumane. Your kid. Do you think it's inhumane to be arrested and then have to have your kids not?
People
kids should
the border
be held in jail with their parents.
But given the type of crime that crossing the border illegally is, and it not being a felony, you can fact check me on that.
But okay, but you're having people if you keep them together.
I don't think separating the children a very traumatic thing if maybe they have a valid asylum claim and all of a sudden you're doing this crazy thing and then they get all mixed up and it's this whole debacle.
But do you see why?
Wait. So my thing, I'm trying to be nice to y'all.
I know you're doing a great job.
They waited too long to take it seriously, but then y'all don't have a thing to say about it because once they were ready to take it seriously, Republicans went, nah.
Okay, here's my turn. Okay,
I put in the doc, Newsweek reports, Trump released, your brains are going to explode, but more migrants with criminal records than Biden did.
Okay.
Entering the U.S. is a felony.
Okay, time out. Thank you. So wait, let me just go. Don't talk. Okay, so here we go.
Lisa,
what I want to say is when this is like, it's humane. I think it's more humane to separate kids from their parents, like in these situations, because you're housing them with other people who cross the border who have not been vetted. So do I want kids in this tightly quartered environment with people who may be like adults that may be predators or things like that? No, you want the kids separated from them so that they're, wait, let me finish.
The first offense is a misdemeanor. Is where
okay, hold on. You got to go, let me go. So I think it's more humane to separate the kids to protect their well-being. Now, that said, now come here. You said, this is my biggest thing, because I did a lot of street interviews with James Klug on this. The biggest thing that they say is when Trump, when we were ready to act, Congress didn't want to do it. Let me show you this, because I was here for this. In 2019, the Democrats rejected a border wall. Now, can you please scroll down there and look at the things that it offered, okay? We were giving, okay. $800 million for urgent humanitarian assistance, $500 million for drug detection, additional border agents, immigration judges. That was huge, right? We also were giving, keep going, if you go all the way down. Oh, yeah. Allowing Central American minors to apply in their home countries, all of these things. And then in exchange for, we were giving recipients from the DACA. We were going to give more DACA recipients the ability to become naturalized, and a 3-year extension of temporary protected status for people that were here. Dems rejected it. So when you want to give me the argument that, well, Republicans didn't want to do anything. No, we actually gave them a way more balanced bill than they ever put on the table. But it is. This is an NPR article.
You're right. More balanced. You're right. Yeah.
We gave you way more balanced opportunity. So I don't want to hear that we weren't ready to play ball.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.